Welcome everyone to the European Racing League F1 Grand Prix here in Austria at the Red Bull Ring in Spielberg. My name is Austin Smith and I welcome you to this race of the European Racing League F1. We have a lot of drivers in here right now. The qualifying is already underway, but all cars are in the pits. You can see though a Toro Rosso here together with a Ferrari and a Williams are the first cars on track. Who will be the actual first driver? It looks like it is Kalek who is out on track first. It is a very short track. It is a very short circuit. Only 4.318 kilometers long. Just under 2.7 miles. And yeah, we are here in beautiful Austria, in Styria. Or Styria, I don't know how to pronounce it, but maybe someone in chat knows. As we see the drivers go on their outlap. 18 minutes, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be an interesting race. We can see... Let's see some of the data. Let's see the fastest laps, and let's see the tires. So we have the ultra softs, the softs, and the mediums here as the tire compounds. That is very interesting to see, as Kalek is already on his lap. It is a very short lap, as I said. We're talking about lap times of about, well, under 1:10 pretty much. Around 1:10. That is about one of the shortest lap times, if not the shortest lap time in the whole F1 calendar. And well, we're also gonna have a lot of laps waiting for us here today or tonight, or well, yeah, it's evening, so we're gonna have 36 laps. Okay, 36. That is the can't even talk anymore. The second longest race in terms of total laps, together with Mexico and Interlagos. Only Monaco has more laps with 39. As Kalek comes across the line with the first lap time, it is a 1:04, and Michael bests him with another 1:04, and Tom Killer as well. So yeah, when I said under 1:10, yeah, I was generous, you know. I was going by my speed, and I'm slow. I used to be driving an F3. These guys here are the cream of the crop. 1:04. This is what we can expect. Probably 1:03 even, considering that Michael usually sandbags in qualifying. We can expect 1:03 laps, and oh no. TTG XJ, I thought someone pushed Michael off the pole, but no, I was just looking wrong. And yeah, Verstappen, thank you very much for the correction there. I'm sorry. Yeah, it is ultra soft, super soft, soft. As we see CSR. Where is he? Can we get him here? Yeah, in the Ferrari right here. CSR Ollie on the super soft. So, interestingly enough, a couple of drivers opted onto the soft, so the hardest compound. That is very unusual for qualifying, I'm just saying, because usually in qualifying you have three compounds of the softest tire and one compound of the medium tire. So it is very unusual to see the hardest compound in qualifying, but we have Bastos, Technique, and Puff Rice right now with the soft compound tire, the hardest tire fitted to their cars. Very uncommon, very unusual. And after the first 5 minutes of the qualifying, as Alice Killer puts himself in second with a 1:04.1 in his Pink Panther, the Force India. What a lap time from him right there. But personally, I don't think it's going to be that good in the end. I mean, it will probably be a top 10 result for Alice, but we can expect definitely at least mid 103s, maybe even low 103s. There's a lot of time still on the track, and don't forget, the track gets better. The track only gets better from here, as JB22 also fits the soft compound tire. That is very unusual. So what they did, I have to explain that for people that don't know. As you are in the loading screen to the lobby, you get to choose your tire distribution. So how many how many ultra soft, super softs, and softs you want to choose. There's 3 presets: softer, balanced, and harder. In order to have the hardest compound tire available, you need to choose the harder distribution. And it's not that common that people change this. But it seems like JB22, Technique, Bastos, and Puffrice have changed the distribution here deliberately to have a set of soft compound tires for the qualifying. So my estimation is if you have 4 people out of a grid of 19, which is over 20%, changing the tire distribution, that the Ultrasoft isn't really a viable race tire. I might be wrong here. We will have to wait and see, but I don't think the Super Soft is going to last too long in the race. As we are with JB22 here on the soft compound tires. However, we've got a Michael running. And as the championship leader by far, he's got more than double the points, and there he goes, 103.8. But I don't think that is the end yet. TTGXJ, let's see what he can do. He's in turn 3 right now, going through turn 4 now. The double left-hander, I think the only left-handed corners on the track. Yeah, we've got only 2 left-handers here. That's one and that's the other. Oh, got a little bit on the dirt there. You want to make sure that you don't hit the dirt. That cost him. And here he runs wide, and he doesn't even open the DRS. He wasn't happy with that lap, so decided to abort this. And this run here is going to be a slow lap as well. We can already see and tell. As Zach, the race winner of the last race in Canada, no, sorry, in France. Don't know why I think it was Canada. No, in France, at the circuit Paul Ricard, he puts himself now in 2nd position. Won his home race, the Frenchman T1000 Zach, but still not a 103. We only have one driver in the 103s, and that is, of course, how else should it be, VGIA Michael. As we are just past halfway in this qualifying, 9 minutes left. We're halfway done, but the excitement is only going to grow from here, as everyone's looking to get a proper lap time in. No more sandbagging, no more playing poker and trying to hide your cards. No, this is the moment where you put your cards on the table and you show your hand, and you're going to see what it's worth. As Lakitu comes into the pits now, I'm pretty sure... Oh, CSR Leon puts himself in 4th place. I completely missed that. I'm very sorry for that, but he puts himself in 4th place. ILR Shadow comes into 5th, and in the Renault, everyone, look at how close it is right now. I mean, TTGXJ and Tom Killer with the exact same time. Would you look at that? 0.213. Why is XJ in front of Tom Killer? Are 10,000ths of a second being measured? Nope. That's not how this works. XJ gets the position ahead of Tom Killer simply because, well, most F1 fans know that he set his lap time first. So if you match someone else's lap time, you get put behind them. So XJ was the first one to set a 104.213, and Tom Killer was a little bit later on it, therefore being put as CSR Leon. Where the heck did this lap time come from? Wow. Puts himself on provisional pole, and now he's taking it slow, obviously. Let's see, Michael. Michael is he? No, he's not on the outlap. He is on a timed run. And Kaleg now, and look at the distance between Leon and Michael. 1,000th of a second. And Kaleg, well, that's 800ths of a second. So not even a full tenth. Only, well, 80% of a full tenth. But boy, it is close here. And that is what a short track like this does to you. If you only have 1:04, there's not much room for error. There's not many mistakes you can make. But the track isn't the hardest, so you really only have 9 turns. 7 to the right, 2 to the left. Some count 10. I usually personally count 9. 7 to the right, 2 to the left. So there's not many mistakes you can make. A lot of long straights. Usually, well, pedal to the metal. not much you can do wrong there. And unbelievable as Michael puts himself back into first place. Do I see that time correctly? Is that a 6 or a 0 behind the comma? Please tell me that's a 6. I'm sorry, my eyesight is not the best. I do get new glasses next week, so that should be fixed. But please tell me that's a 6. Yeah, it seems like it's a 6. Oh boy, if that was a 103.0, I was worried for a second there. Boy, just imagine if someone comes up here and posts a 103.0. That all hell would break loose. All hell would break loose. As we are in the last 5 minutes, it's getting calm. It's getting a bit calm. We only have 3 cars on track right now. XJ, Matt, and Cliffy. But it's only the calm before the storm. It's only the calm before the storm. In 4.5 minutes, we're going to have roughly 19 cars on track. Maybe 18, maybe 17, maybe 1 or 2 cars are going to stay in the pits. But we are going to have all hell break loose. Almost everyone on the track. Right now, everyone's just waiting for that time to come. And with only 1 minute and 5 seconds, we're going to see the first cars come out probably... well, CSR Leon is coming out right now. But we're going to see the first cars come out of the pits in about 1.5 minutes, roughly, with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left, I would assume. For people that want to have 2 runs, which can be a viable strategy, as Bastos also makes his way out. And yeah, now you can see no one is on the soft compound tire. Only purple and red. Purple meaning the ultra softs and red meaning the super softs. So some drivers, I think some drivers are planning ahead and thinking about doing the one-stop super soft to soft, whereas others want the track position, which I personally on this track I don't really understand. There's a lot of overtaking opportunities. Turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, which is literally 30% of the whole track. Even turn 8 and 9, you can well, 9 not really, but turn 8 you can do something if you get the better run. But here we're heading to turn 3 right now. Definitely an overtaking spot after the long straight here. You can definitely do something here. Then we go into turn 4. There's a long right-hander here. Goes flat. No worries about it. Ultras to Softs is a possible one-stop. Okay, but I would assume that Super Softs to Softs is faster. Because the tires, you know, you don't have to take the tires to the edge as much. But we will have to wait and see what strategies the drivers chooses. We are almost in the last 2 minutes. This is the time. And XJ is going to have to be quick here. He's just coming into the pits. He's going to have to be quick to get a new set of tires fitted, get back out, and still make it across the finish line before a 0. That is gonna be a challenge for XJ. He might have timed that very badly, as Technique is already retired from the session. So he's gonna start at the very least in P15. Maybe even behind that. But we'll have to wait and see. Cliffy comes out. Alper and Matt aren't even leaving the pits. Yeah. Or maybe Matt now? Could be that was Matt who just left the pits. Might actually be a bit late, I'm just saying. It's tough. Yes, it was Matt. You can see him right here. Well, we kind of... There he is. Took the camera a bit. But this is where it's going on. VGIA Michael on a fast lap right now. We've got green flags. There was apparently some yellow flags for a slow car. There's still yellow flags in sector 2 and 3. So everyone's got to watch out a little. That is not good. That can ruin a fast lap. If you're exactly there on your fast lap where the yellow flags are. Oh boy. As Lakita retires in P3. Here comes Michael. Final turn. Oh, there's a car spun. That's a Force India. That is a Force India. That is either Alice Killer or Cliffy. It is Cliffy. Well, who basically ruined his lap time because of it. Yeah, he goes slow. And he is not able to set a lap time. Wow, VGI Michael got his lap in, but he still has one more lap to go, but no, he's taking it slow. Kalek seems like he's still on a lap. A lot of cars retiring now. Lakitu comes across the line. No improvement there. Let's look at Kalek. There might be something happening here. His ERS is looking good. He's still using overtake mode. And he runs wide. He runs wide, and this invalidates his lap. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, no chance. We've still got Slimbo, but he's driving slowly. I think that is it. XJ maybe. He's still on hot lap mode. XJ might still be going as I think Matt put himself. Wow. Matt put himself into P7 now. XJ trying to stay in the top 10. Currently P9. He goes across the line and he goes into 5th place. And that is everyone now. Let's see if is anyone else. Whoa, that was close. For JP22. Yes, everyone's across the line. Kalek lost the wheel there. That. Yeah, let's stay on that. I don't know what Kalek did there, but okay. That is not a good look. But he will get that fixed for the race. No worries about that. And yeah, good point. There might be rain coming. There was rain in F2 and F3, but Kalek himself said in the chat, there is no rain coming for this race. So it will be a run on dry tires alone. And no influence here by the rain. I'll take those XP. Thank you very much. as we see the qualifying standings. VGIA Michael, the championship leader, taking pole position once again, followed by Kalik, Lakitu in third, CSO Leon. XJ put himself in P5 with the final lap. Alice Killer in 6th. Slimbo Dude 7. Matt P8. Zach P9, the winner of last race. And ILR Shadow rounds off the top 10 with Tom Killer, Yeet, Ollie, JB22, Puff Rice, Technique, Bastos, and then we've got Alper and Cliffy with no time all the way in the back. Oh yeah, it seems like Calic's AI binned it there. I don't think it was Calic, it was Calic's AI that crashed and lost the front wheel. The front right tire. That is something. Calic, I think you gotta tell your AI. You gotta give your AI a stern talking to. Just, putting that out there. As we are waiting for the race, the top 10 all going to be starting on the Ultra Softs. 11 to 19 have the free choice. As we go on the formation lap, and we can go through the starting order once again. Since the whole circuit is so short, I think we're gonna have to go through the grid rather quickly as the cars already approach turn 2. VGI and Michael in pole position in the Ferrari, followed by Calic in the Toro Rosso in P2, SOL Lakitu the Mercedes P3, together with the other Mercedes of CSR Leon. So Mercedes 3 and 4, the second row of the grid. TTR XJ in the Williams in P5. Oh, whoa, okay. Yeah, you shouldn't overtake during the formation lap, I'm just saying. Alice Killer in the Force India with the number 69 in P6. Slimbo Dude in the Sauber P7. Matt in the Haas P8. T1000 Zach in the Red Bull P9. The Renault of ILR Shadow P10. Tom Killer in the second Williams P11. Yeet in the other Renault in 12th position. CSR Ollie in 13th in the other Ferrari, Michael's teammate. JB22, the second Red Bull in P14, and not that good of a qualifying for the McLarens as Puff Rice is in P15, Bastos P17. In between, we have Technique Gaming in the second Toro Rosso, Alper P18 in the Sauber, and Cliffy in P19 after he binned it in the final corner in qualifying. Did not set a lap time. P19, the end of the grid, as we await the start. Here we go. 4, 5 red light. Nope, the 5th red light doesn't go on, but it doesn't matter. It does go off. And we have a good start from everyone, it seems. Michael can stay ahead. Calic sends it down the inside, and he gets the position. Calic taking the lead in the background. Everything's going well. We're gonna have to wait turn 2 here. A lot of trouble going in the background. There's someone trying to make it 3 wide, and a lot of pushing, a lot of shoving. Is there anything going on? No, everyone came through as now Michael tries to attack Calic, but Calic holds on to the lead. A lot of position changes we can see right here. And Calic, I think, is the winner of one of the winners of the start, probably together with Puff Rice, who already gained 4 positions. Calic still defending, kinda. Got back into it last second. Look at Calic and Michael already moving away from the rest, from Leon, from Alice Killer, from XJ, and from Lakitu, who kind of form a second group there. As no one seems to have front wing damage, no one in the pits, and only 8 seconds between P1 and P19. So all in all, a very peaceful race start, which is what you would expect from the best grid in ERL. And Pufferise is making moves right now, already up 6 positions from 15 to 9. His qualifying wasn't that good, but his race start, the first 2 laps for him certainly are. And don't forget, Pufferise has won a race. And can I just say, a race with a very similar track layout. If you think about it, 3 consecutive long straights? What does that remind us of? Oh yeah, Bahrain. I mean, Bahrain obviously is longer, but it's kind of a similar layout if you think about it. And he won there, and he's showing again that he is very fast when he gets 3 consecutive straights, long straights. Already up from 15 to 9, and he's putting Slimbo under pressure again. Or as well, rather. Let's run with Pufferise right here. As Slimbo with a slight lockup on the front right there, on the inside tire. But Pufferise still not close enough. Meanwhile, Michael, let's move up ahead. Michael has moved past Kalek. And, well, got himself a sizable gap there, but it's still within DRS range for Kalek. Still within DRS range. Oh, Kalek missing the braking point here. Goes a bit wide, and that is definitely a track extension warning. This is probably what the race is going to come down to in the end. Who's going to collect the least track extension warnings? I'm very sorry for that. Obviously, the more you have, the worse, because 3 warnings equal a 3-second time penalty. And it seems like XJ is lagging a lot. We're going to follow Lakitu here to see what's going on as Pufferise is out of the race. How did that happen? Oh my. He gained 6 positions in the first 2 laps, and now he is out of the race. That is tragic. That is very unfortunate. Pufferise comes to a halt very early in this race after showing a lot of promise. That is very, very sad to see. The race is already over for him. But everyone else is still going. Only lost 1 driver in the first 4 laps. Which, considering the heavy braking zones here into turn 1, 2, and 3, is, I wouldn't say a miracle, but very disciplined drive so far from almost all the drivers. As Kalek seems to lose the rear of VGA and Michael a little bit. We've got over a second now. And that is not what you want to see if you're Kalek. As soon as you see a 1 before that point, before that decimal point, you're out of DRS range. And the moment you're out of DRS range is the moment you don't get any help on the straights. No slipstream, and certainly no DRS either. But now he's back within a second, so he might get DRS for the next zone here. Yes, he's definitely going to get it. But later on the race, there's a slight lockup there. And here he goes again with DRS. He needs it. to maybe reel Michael back in. Meanwhile, a lot of close racing. You can see the overtakes on the left side. Tom Killer just overtook Shadow, and I think it was Cliffy who overtook Technique in the back. But we are still staying here. Front and center. No! Alice Killer goes into the pits. Lap 6. At the end of lap 6. Tom Killer now with a 3-second penalty. And he's not the only one. Shadow as well. Do we see a front wing change? We do see a front wing change. So Alice Killer apparently with some front wing damage he needed to fix. And the same is true for ILR Shadow. Both of them with front wing changes. Oh, and apparently it was Bad Boy who gave Alice front wing damage. Wait, who's Bad Boy? Now you're confusing me. Warlock, now you're confusing me. But either way, both of them in the pits, or have been in the pits. And they have fitted... Oh, Alice Killer has fitted the Super Softs. Oh, Bad Boy CSR Leon. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. So, Alice Killer has fitted the Super Softs. ILR Shadow has fitted the Softs. Interesting. As XJ also goes into the pits now. In the Williams. And another front wing change. Oh my. Everyone's getting their front wings changed. As we now have a sizable gap between P3 and 4. Slimbo and Matt fighting it out here. And not just that, we're going 3 wide into turn 3. You cannot do that. It does work out, but oh boy. Only because Zach was able to pull ahead and make it 2 wide behind him. But, oh man, you can't go 3 wide into turn 3. That, just because it's turn 3 doesn't mean it allows for 3 cars next to each other. It was brave. But it could have ended much differently than it did. But either way, we are now in lap 9 for the leading runners. As JB22 also coming into the pits now. With the Super Softs. Interesting. The Super Softs should last long, so we can expect another front wing change. And exactly that is happening here. So a lot of front wing changes. A lot of pit stops because of it. And Kalek is now behind CSR Leon. But this isn't the last. Kalek round the outside into turn 3. Gets squeezed out a little bit, and CSR Leon hangs on. Kalek is going to have to fight another day to get that second position back. There was a slide by Leon. Oh boy. You do not want to see that. And Kalek probably trying to line up Leon for another move. He's already more than half a second by now. Now he's getting a little bit back into it. Gets the slipstream, gets the DRS. He's not going to send it, is he? No, he's not. And he misses the apex and almost spins out. That costs him a lot of momentum that he now has to gain back. Kind of does recover thanks to the DRS. We've got another DRS zone coming up right here. As Alice Killer on the Super Softs puts in the fastest lap of the race so far. But that's going to tumble a lot more later on. Both with a little lockup on the inside here. Leon and Kalek. Now through the double left-hander here. The end of Sector 2 and now the start of Sector 3. And now the gap opened up again. It seems like Leon is going into the pits. Yes, he is. And Kalek follows him. Michael stayed out. So Leon and Kalek, let's see, maybe Kalek can jump him. Gets rather close. No front wing change for Leon. Let's see Kalek. No front wing change either. That's good. And Kalek just... Oh! With the Sauber there. That got close. Slimbo. But both of them changed now to the softs, and they will try to take these softs to the end of the race. And Alice Killer, who already had his pit stop, comes out right behind them. In maybe, if you want to call it that, well, as late on the brakes, that was dangerous. And he did take the inside line to avoid a collision, but that was not necessary. Boy. It's getting close here. And Kalek now tries the overtake on Leon. That doesn't work out yet, but now he gets a better run. He needs to avoid him here. Almost runs into the back of him. Now they're kind of side by side, but Leon got the inside for this long left-hander. And, ooh, Kalek bit on the dirt. You don't want that. That's not gonna be good on his tires. They're gonna lose a bit of grip for the next couple of corners here. And now he's under pressure from Alice, who's trying to make a move, to carve up a move, but they're both with DRS, so the only thing that Alice maybe has a bit more than Kalek is the slipstream, as we have Michael in the pits. Now, Michael is already out of the pits here, and it seems like he's paying his pit crew a lot more, as XJ is out. XJ is out, and that is turn 1. What happened there? XJ is out in turn 1. Huh. That is confusing, but now we have 2 cars retired from this race. 17 still going, and Tom Killer is leading the race on the Super Softs. And Matt now coming in. He is the final Ultra Soft runner who did not come into the pits yet. Now he does after 12 laps on these Ultra Soft tires. Switches onto the softs. We can see this right here. And he is going to rejoin in P13, it seems. Yes, he's going to come out just ahead of T1000 Zach in P13, but he's going to be under immediate pressure from Zach. Look at the run Zach has on him. Look at this. And now he's going to get DRS, and I don't think Matt has DRS. No, he doesn't. So T1000... Oh, and it's almost a spin there from Matt, so that is going to open it up for Zach. Maybe. No, he's still too far away. He's still too far away. He's also saving his ERS. He's still on the medium ERS setting. So, I don't know why you do that. You're going over 100%. You're saving ERS beyond the capacity of the battery, which is not a smart move. You're wasting energy, basically. So, Zach, not with the best strategy here, as now Yeet is also in the pits. Changing to the softs as well, so the super softs that he had on didn't really last too long. And the super soft runners, Tom Killer, Technique, still going with the tires they used at the start. And Yeet comes out in 15th position as the warnings keep on adding up. You can see it in the bottom left. JB22 just had one. Another 3-second time penalty. If I remember correctly, that wasn't his first. As we are now with Tom Killer in the lead. And he is under a bit of pressure by Cliffy. Remember, Cliffy. I'm going to show this here again. Cliffy started from P19. That's what the 17 next to his name means. He started in P19, now he's second, and he's putting a lot of pressure on Tom Killer, who's in the lead. If Cliffy can come from last to first, that would be absolutely amazing. And he is trying the move, and he goes into the lead, at least for now, and he's got the position. Cliffy from last to first. What a race so far, but it's not over, obviously. He still has to make a pit stop, as do Tom Killer, Ollie, Technique, and Alper, and Bastos as well. They were not in the pits. Everywhere you see a 14 on the laps is a driver that still needs to go into the pits as VGIA. Michael, look at this. Oh my goodness, look at this. With Ollie, Technique, and Alper, he just overtook 3 cars at about, I don't know, 3 or 4 corners maybe. That is incredible. That is the speed of VGIA, Michael, right there in a nutshell. And now look at him driving away from them. Look at him just waltzing away from them. As Technique goes into the pits to change from the super softs to the soft compound tire. With 20 laps to go. We're not even halfway through this race, guys. We are not even halfway through this race. Technique drops all the way down. Look at this too. Well, it's gonna be last, isn't it? Nope, second last, but it's gonna be last. Look at the run that JB has on Technique. Technique going defensive here. Might be the smart call, but is there a switchback on? There is a switchback move on him. And he's got the DRS. DRS helps him a little bit. Enough for a move here. Sends it down the inside. He licks the stamp, and he's got the move done. So, yes, Technique, after his pit stop, now in last place. As Cliffy still in the lead, and he's got a sizable gap now to Tom Killer, who's in the pits. VGI Mako, therefore, inheriting second place. I mean, he's in the net lead, but on track, inheriting second place. And now we can see the gap between Cliffy and Michael, and that is going to be very interesting to see the development of this. We're talking about 6.3 seconds right now, as Tom Killer rejoins in 13th. He's going to be under pressure from Yeet. Move into turn 2 from Yeet as GB22 collects another penalty. No move here from Yeet. Slimbo made a slight mistake there, it seems. Now everyone's got DRS, so nothing's gonna happen here, I assume. Yep, everyone stays in order. Might be the best call, really. Alper and Ollie very close to each other. These two, Alper and Ollie and Cliffy, the only 3 cars who haven't been in the pits yet, and that is the smart move here. They need to stay out because they're all on the softs. Everyone's on the softs now, except for Alice Killer, who's on the super softs. But they're gonna have to prolong their stint a lot more and then change either to the super softs or the ultras if they feel like it. Whatever they feel like the faster strategy is, they either have to prolong the life of the softs enough to make the ultra softs work, or they go a bit more conservatively, as Alper now tries a move on Ollie. Round the outside, Ollie sticks it in, and Ollie keeps the position for now. Is there the switchback? There's the switchback by Alper, but Alper's got the outside for this turn now, but he completes the move as he turns in to turn 5. This left-hander that we just saw. This is turn 6 here. 7 coming, this right-hander. Wow. Great move from Alper. Into third place. But we don't know what that's worth. The cars, Alper, Ollie, and Cliffy are going to lose a lot of time with their pit stops. You can see just how close everyone is. Look at this, from P1 to P17. It's only 26 seconds. That is nothing, as Ollie tries a move here into turn 2 down the inside. But he also gave up the DRS to Alper for this straight right here. Alper might come back. Tucks it into the slipstream, gets the DRS. But he's running on low ERS, only mode 1. So he didn't even try to attempt to move here, even though his battery, you see this, was charged even at the time at about 60 to 70%. Now it's almost 80. It's over 80, in fact. So I would have attempted the move there, but maybe Alper says, you know what, if we keep on fighting, we're just gonna lose so much time. Instead, I'm just gonna tuck it in behind him, be patient, run my race, because you see it right here on the track. There's Kalik right behind him, there's Alice Killer right behind him, CSR Leon, Lakitu. Everyone is approaching this group right now. Or this duo, rather. It's not a group, it's a duo. So, yeah, it might be the smart move to just tuck it in behind Ollie, be patient, and just wait for your time. Just try to race to the finish line the fastest, instead of trying to race one specific opponent, which means you're gonna lose time to 15 other drivers that are still in the race. Meanwhile, they are still out, and Michael has closed the gap already from 6.3, 6.4 seconds at the peak to now 4.5. So VGI and Michael already gaining 2 seconds on Cliffy in a very short amount of time. And again, Cliffy, as Alice Killer picks up a 5-second stop and go penalty for speeding in the pit lane, changing from the super softs, from the old super softs to a set of new super softs. That was his 2-stop strategy after the front wing change was necessary. And he's going to run to the end now, but he also has a 5-second penalty that will be added to the final result for him. So that's going to hurt him, and he's second last right now. That is very, very unfortunate, as Kalik already with a move on Alper, and he's trying to get one done on Ollie as well to move up into third place. He's already net second place, because again, Cliffy, Ollie, and Alper still have to move into the pits, as Cliffy does come into the pits. Well, perfect timing right there. I think Cliffy heard me. Probably not, because there is a slight stream delay of about, I don't know, 5 seconds. So it's very improbable that he heard me, and he goes on to the super soft. So he goes rather conservatively, does not try the ultra soft. It would have been too early for the ultra softs anyway. So he chooses the conservative strategy, soft to super soft. Comes out in P10, but obviously he does have, what is this flying there? Is that, what was that? And he attempts the move on Tom Killer, gets it done. That is one position already, and now he needs to gain more on these fast tires. He needs to cut through the field like a knife through hot butter. Next one up for him is Matt in the Haas, who is currently, well, kind of battling with Zach. As VGI Michael now not only in the net lead, but also in the actual lead of the race again, because we just saw Cliffy pitting. Let's change it back to the interval to see how far away Cliffy is now. 1.6 seconds as Lakitu with the move on Alper in turn 2. Moves up another position. Gets Alper out of the way, who is still on the soft compound tires. 22 laps. But we're going to see a lot of drivers take these softs a lot longer than 22 laps. ILR Shadow, I think, intends to take these to the end. And his tires already say 16 laps, and we still got 14 to go. So that's going to be a 30-lap stint on the softs. I don't know if that's possible, but maybe Shadow's going to make it work as Alper now comes into the pits. I think he tried to hold up Lakitu, Kalik, and Michael as much as possible, maybe to have a chance later now on the Super Softs that he's probably going to change to. I don't think the Ultras last long enough now. 13 laps, that would be too much. He's going to get, he's going to get the Supers, the red wall tire. And ILR Shadow in the pits as well. What happened there? Oh, but yeah, because he goes on the Ultra Softs? He must have atrocious tire wear. I don't have any other explanation for this move now. As CSR Ollie is the only one left without a pit stop. We can see this right here. Everyone at least one stop. Alice Killer and ILR Shadow 2 even. And only CSR Ollie no pit stop. That's why he's running in 4th. But the net 4th place right now belongs to T1000 Zach. As we see right here, CSR Ollie is going to come into the pits. He might be able to chuck on the Ultra Softs. 12 laps is definitely possible. That is on the cards. But we'll have to wait and see what he puts on. Oh, that's so hard to see. But it is, in fact, the Ultra Soft. So he has the fastest tire. As JB is out of the race, what happened to him? On the finish line? Okay, I don't understand that one. But JB out of the race now. That is very weird. Very weird position. Usually in a corner or just out of a corner. That's common, but that was puzzling, to say the least. As Alice Killer moves past Technique, they're still side by side here, but Alice Killer does have the inside, and Technique gives him the position. P11 now for Alice Killer, P12 for Technique, and Alice Killer once more, because he's again on fresh tires, fresh Super Softs, as Cliffy is already past Matt, and he's lining up CSR Leon for a move now into turn 1. Is he gonna send it? No, he thinks better of it. Still stays behind. Maybe now. Both have DRS. Look at this. They both got DRS. Well, they probably both got DRS from Zach, but he still attempts the move to the inside. It's getting close. I think there was slight touching there as ILR Shadow gets the fastest lap in, but we're gonna stay here. Cliffy still stays with it. Oh, this is close. But Cliffy has the position up into 5th. What a move. And honestly, P2 might be on the cards. And now Leon is also being overtaken by Matt. Oh, that is unfortunate. But he might get Matt back here rather quickly. Not now. Not in this turn. Turn 8 is not that good of an overtaking spot, neither is turn 9. He's taking it a bit slow, it seems. Maybe he has some tire wear issues. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. That was a moment. He almost bins it into the walls. Cliffy now moves past Zach as well. Oh, it seems like CSR Leon has wing damage. We can't see it right here. Maybe we can see it in the broadcast. Ooh, tough to see. Seems like a bit of the end plate on the left side is missing. Just a bit, not too much, but from the driver's left side, not our left side. Yeah, he moves out of the way for Tom Killer. Well, kinda. They're still side by side. But yeah, he lets him... No, he doesn't let him go, but... Oh, man. Yeah, it seems like he does have front wing damage. That is so unfortunate. Cliffy now up into 4th, and 3rd is on the cards. And even 2nd might be on the cards. I mean, he's still behind him, but he's on a lot fresher tires. Look at the difference there. 6 laps old Super Softs compared to 16, 17 laps old softs. Yes, that is a huge difference, and Cliffy might be able to get second place. I don't think anyone is going to be able to catch Michael, unless Michael makes a mistake, in which case, you know. But Michael's just going to have to drive this back home, but second place is anything but decided. Lakitu and Kalik are fighting for it right now. Lakitu is very close to the rear of Kalik. With DRS, a move might be on. Is Kalik going into the pits? No, he's not. Okay, that legit had me confused. As Kalik with a mistake here, and that invites Lakitu. Kalik with another moment, and Lakitu needs to avoid him, and there is... Oh, we missed him. There is Cliffy already invited to the party and into third place because of that mistake from Kalik. And now, Slipstream, DRS, overtake mode. No, he slows down a little, and Kalik... Oh, is Kalik lagging a little? It looked like it. That looked very, very weird. Kalik still trying. Oh, goes deep. Cut back from Cliffy. And Cliffy keeps second place. What a move. Well done tactically here by Cliffy. Was in second, gets the dive bomb sent down the inside. As we have... Is that Alice Killer who's... No, oh no, I'm stupid. I'm sorry. I was like, wait, what is that Force India? Is that Alice Killer? No, that's Cliffy. I'm sorry. But beautiful fighting, and Cliffy now... Is he gonna try to hunt down Michael? I mean, 12 seconds almost. 7 laps. I don't think it's possible, but maybe Michael does make a mistake. Meanwhile, Kalik and Lakitu are fighting. This isn't over here. Cliffy is moving away, but Lakitu parks it on the apex, and now Zach is invited as well, and not just him, Matt. We're gonna try to stay with the car that's in the rear to see all the action in front of us. I hope I can get some good angles here, because that is some beautiful fighting. Matt going very wide. They almost collide. Leon, no, sorry, Lakitu. Just got to mix up for a second there, the two Mercedes. Lakitu almost running into Matt, but Matt now in 4th place. Zach, again, the race winner from France last week. Maybe he can pull something out of his hat here and move up into at least 4th, probably 3rd, because we can see right there, there is Kalik as well. It's calmed down a little as CSR Leon goes into the pits now for probably Ultra Softs and a wing change. Oh, Kalik goes wide and loses the position to Matt. Matt now on the podium position, 3rd place. As Cliffy has already said goodbye to this group right here, which probably is the smart move. Just try to drive away from this as quickly as possible, so you're not involved in this whole kerfuffle. And I could look at penalties, but I don't want to look at penalties right now, because we are having a lot of fun right here, right now. And there's not that good of a penalty screen anyway, so it's gonna be tough to add that all up, and it's gonna take away just from the racing action here. So we're gonna stay with the racing action. We're gonna have the penalties surprise us in the end, but that is definitely a factor that we're gonna have to take into account. The penalties could... Oh, Kalik with a strong defense there. And Lakitu... They both missed the apex. Then invites Zach, and they're 3 wide, and they're touching. And oh, more wheel banging. And more wheel banging. Oh my. And they're going 3 wide into turn 3. This is not possible. This isn't oh my goodness. What is going on? And Zach comes out on top in 4th place, but Kalik isn't done. Kalik isn't done. Now he is. For now, that is. What a fight. And Zach emerges in 4th place as we get a yellow flag as Sears Oleon retires from the Grand Prix. Very unfortunate. Oh my goodness. I'm done. That is unbelievable. 3 wide into turn 3. You cannot do that. But they did it. And Zach picks up a penalty. That might be crucial in the end. Zach with a 3-second time penalty that he just picked up in turn 1 there. Slimbo also with a 3-second time penalty, but he is outside the points in P13 right now, so not really that much of a factor. Please, someone make a highlight reel of this battle between Zach, Kalik, and Lakitu. Unbelievable. And it seems like this group has sorted itself out. Matt is gone. We can see him right here. Matt is gone. Almost 2 seconds now between Zach and Matt. Technique also with a 3-second penalty. He is the final spot in the points right now. That might be crucial between getting 1 point and getting no points. But I think P1 is settled. P2 is settled. P3, unless Zach somehow finds 1.5 seconds in 2.5 laps, as Slimbo picks up a stop and go penalty, a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Oh my. I need to calm down a little. As Lakitu and Kalik collide and Kalik spins out. Kalik in the gravel trap and he is rejoining in P10. Doesn't seem like he has damage, but that was unfortunate. Kalik now is going to have to fight back somehow. There's only 2.5 laps left. Michael just came across the line to start his penultimate lap. But there might still be some moves going on here. We've got a big group. Tom Killer, Yeet, and Alice. Kalik now with a 3-second penalty as well. I think he's forcing too much. He's P11. Oh, he might have been pushed by Ollie. Or he might have made a mistake. But yeah, we're going to have to stay with Tom and Lakitu as Tom goes around the outside and he's got the position. Yeet still staying behind this. Alice Killer has got a... Well, he's a bit far away. Yeet now around the outside of Lakitu. They're still side by side. Now he's got the inside for the next turn for turn 5 here for the left-hander. And he's taken the position. Just barely. But it's not over. There's still one more lap. At some point, we're going to have to move over to Michael because he is now on his final lap. We got to give the winner of this race some credit, but this fighting here is not over, I think. And Alice Killer now invited to this as well. Oh, that might be a bit of front wing damage for Alice Killer as he runs into the back of Lakitu, who was pretty slow here. Lakitu hugs the inside line here. Is that going to be the smart call? Oh, who gets on the power earlier? Yes, Alice Killer has it because Lakitu got on the power a bit too early. And now Technique is also invited to this whole shebang. But we need to get to Michael. Michael is coming through the final 2 turns. And he is coming across the line to win his 6th race of the season. 6 wins for Michael. And Cliffy, He, for me, is the driver of the day from 19th, dead last into P2 with an amazing strategy and an amazing performance. Matt in third, Zach in fourth, Yeet fifth because Tom Killer had a penalty. Alice Killer 7. No, Alice Killer drops down. Lakitu 7. Kalik moves up into P8 because his penalties weren't that severe. And I think we've got a top 10 filled out here. Michael 1, Cliffy 2, Matt 3. That is your podium. Cliffy, the driver of the day. Zach in fourth, Yeet in fifth, Tom Killer P6, Lakitu 7, Kalik P8, Ollie 9, and Alice Killer gets the final point. Whew. And to those of you that might know the Twitter account or the web page that is WTF1, I just have 3 words. Well done, Spielberg. That is a serious contender for the race of the season. And VGA Michael stayed out of it all. He probably didn't even know. He just drove along, drove his race, got another 25 points. He's now at 180 points. Cliffy second. What a race from him. Again, driver of the day. Definitely Cliffy. Incredible. Matt in third, Zach fourth, Yeet fifth. Look at all those penalties. Only Michael and Cliffy stayed penalty free. Well, and Bastos. We have to include him as well. Look at the amount of penalties here. 11, 12. Incredible. 6, 3 everywhere. Penalties everywhere. Congratulations to VGIA Michael in the Ferrari and getting another 25 points. The question now becomes really, how early can he mathematically make sure that he becomes the ERL F1 champion? I think that's going to be his challenge. He's won 6 out of the first 9 races. The only other race winners, Zach in France, Puffrise in Bahrain, and Alper in China. Apart from that, every race of the season, Australia, Michael, Baku, Michael, Spain, Michael, Monaco, Michael, Canada, Michael, and now Austria, Michael. This man is driving in a world of his own. Congratulations to VGI and Michael, and we will be back next week. I think still without Owen, but that doesn't matter too much. Greetings from here, from the commentators box to Owen, who will probably be back for the German Grand Prix, I would assume. But next week, December 1st, the British Grand Prix, Silverstone, one of the most historic tracks. We will be back. That is, by the way, one track that VGIA Michael did not win last season. VSR Brady was the winner last season, not Michael. So maybe Michael can redeem himself. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Austin. My name is Austin Smith. You've watched the European Racing League here on YouTube. See you next week, and goodbye.